as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately saying, "Tell us, when will these things be?" You see, there are two kinds of relationship with Jesus. There's the public relationship and there's a private relationship. Those who have a private relationship with Jesus, they know things that others will not know. Is somebody hearing me? So the disciple decided to go private. They met him and they asked questions. When will these things be? And he now said, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? And Jesus answered and said to them, take heed that no one deceives you. Meaning, deception will be one of the major signs of the age. And one of the major things that deception will be doing, it will promote lawlessness. Do you understand me? So in another word, prior to the coming of Christ, there will be a lot of disregard for order. There will be a lot of disregard for order. There will be a lot of loss of sense of value for what is right. I want you to get what I'm saying. And that is where we are right now. We are in a season of disregard for order. We're in a season of lawlessness. We're in a season where the enemy is making lawlessness to look very attractive. The enemy is making lawlessness and perversion and everything that God is against to look very, very attractive. If they have told people like Paul some years back, maybe when he was writing the book of Romans, that a time is going to come that to be gay will be paid for, to be lesbian will be paid for, to be an advocate of same-sex marriage will be paid for. Paul would have said, no, I don't think that will ever happen. When he was writing the book of Romans chapter 1, writing against same-sex activities, there was no same-sex marriage then. But today, people are being paid to advocate for lawlessness. Why? The enemy is making lawlessness, evil, and all kinds of immoral behavior to look very attractive, to look very innocent, to look very acceptable. And they make those who don't participate in those things to look odd and uncivilized. It has become so bad that even parents are wondering why their children are not immoral. But they put it in a different format. Why don't you have a boyfriend if you're a girl? Why don't you have a child? Now you're asking a single lady who has no husband to have a child. What are you telling her to do? So we are in a season where lawlessness, disorder is very, very attractive. Very, very attractive. And I feel so sad for a generation that is being born now. But I also feel happy because of the things I want to show you. So the Bible says we should be careful of deception. Deception makes you accept what is a lie as true. It also makes you change what you know to be a lie to become true. That's what it does. And the Bible now wanted to say, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. The Bible did not say will deceive few. So when you see sorcerers, witches and wizards called prophets, having a large crowd is a fulfillment of prophecy. And why would there be many? Because people are gullible. Are you understanding me? He now went on to say, and you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Say that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you. And you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will be offended, will betray one another, and will hate one another. And that means, apart from tribulation, being prepared for those who will stand right in this season, and apart from the sorrows and the wars, there's going to be a flood of offenses. That's what Jesus said. And there's going to be a flood of hate. That is why this season is very, very important that we'll be very careful when we are offended. Because we live in a season where there is an acceleration of hate. So that when you get angry, the enemy accelerates the anger to switch into hatred. And when you hate, you can't forgive. And when you can't forgive, it doesn't matter your holiness. You are going to hell. So we are in a season of acceleration of hate, acceleration of bitterness, a season of a flood of offense. Now look at what the Bible says. Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many. We are also in a season of the flood of the dark prophetic anointing. And because lawlessness will abound. Do you see the purpose of all these things? Lawlessness. The love of many will grow cold. Listen, if you were God and you own an earth with a people that you never created to be lost, you never created to live in sin, you never created them to be with the devil, you created them to carry you on the face of the earth, and now your earth has been hijacked. And in a season like this, where the enemy is promoting unrighteousness, making lawlessness look attractive, making disorder look beautiful, and is doing all these things, and the enemy has brought people to a point where even when you stand for what is right, people attack you. From your family to your neighbors, if you're a pastor, to your church members attacking you for being right, and or if you're a member to your pastor attacking you for being right. I mean, if you are in such a season and the earth belongs to you as God, and you see the enemy making lawlessness look attractive, what will you do? You also make righteousness look attractive. That's why I am saying we are in the finest hour of righteousness. A revelation is going to come to your spirit today that you begin to assess certain things in your walk and talk with God. Because revelation is heaven's clearance to the earth to come into things supernatural. So you are receiving a clearance this morning to come into dimensions of blessing that you don't know exist for you. Are you understanding me? Because we are also in a season where righteousness is being made attractive by God. It's just that people are not seeing it. Do you know why they are not seeing it? Because we pastors are not saying it. Why are we not saying it? Because most of us don't know it. We don't know it. Look at the next statement. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. What does it take to endure? Capacity. What does it take to endure? Capacity. When you don't have spiritual capacity, you can't endure. It takes spiritual capacity to endure. Now, when you hear the Bible saying, he that endure, this is prophecy released by Jesus. But there's going to be an underground work of his spirit to give his children the capacity to endure. That is why churches like the Crowd of Spirit, we center on capacity building. Spiritual capacity building. That's why we teach. That's why we go through all the sessions over and over. This year alone, we have had over 50. What is 50? We have had over 100 messages. It's capacity. Because he that endure to the end shall be saved. How will God build our capacity? Apart from giving us knowledge and revelation, it's also motivate us by making righteousness look beautiful. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Everyone read verse 14. And this gospel, I'm not hearing you. Some of you are not reading. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations. And then the end will come. That's where we are right now. And this gospel of the kingdom, it will be preached by who? By those with the capacity to endure. Not everybody. It's not be preached by preachers. To be preached by people with a capacity to endure. Because there's a preaching with mouth and there's a preaching by lifestyle. And the one with lifestyle is more stronger. When people observe you and they see Christ in you, they get more saved than when they hear him in your mouth. We live in days that believers must draw the line again. You must get up and say, I'm not doing this. Why? I'm a Christian. Is someone hearing me? Tell a lie? No, I can't tell a lie. Why? I'm a Christian. Because in the 80s, that was how it was. Steal? No, I can't steal. I'm a Christian. Sleep with me? No, I can't sleep with you. I'm a Christian. That's what you hear Christian ladies say. Can you go out with me? The boss would tell us, then there were secretaries, typists. You know, now typists have disappeared because everybody is having computer. Everybody is a typist now. So, but in those days there were typists. So typists, a born-again typist will be told by the boss, follow me out for a birthday party. She will say, no, I'm born again. I can't follow. We must get back to that point where we use our spiritual identity to define our decisions. We use our spiritual identity to do what? Define our decisions. I am born again. I can't live here. I am saved. I can't do this. I am born again. I can't do that. I am saved. I can't do this. Is somebody hearing me? It is not my pastor should not hear. No. That is hypocrisy. It's not. I don't want the pastor to hear. No. I don't want God to see me in evil. I am accountable. I'm accountable to an invisible being. You don't see him, he's everywhere. So he is my father. I don't want him to catch me in this. I am born again. I can't do this. Will you follow us to a birthday party? You now ask, what is the content of it? How is it going to be? Will you follow us to a function? Maybe a graduation function. Yes, you are my friend, you are graduating, but how is it going to be? Would there be reading of Bible? If the answer is no, I can't come. I love you with the whole of my heart. God bless you for graduating, but I can't come because I am a Christian. We have to get back there. Are you understanding me? Because the devil is making lawlessness look attractive, but God is saying, I want to make righteousness look attractive, but I must find it in people for me to beautify them with the attraction of righteousness. Are you understanding me? So we must renew our decisions and go back to the basic and start defining our decision according to our redemption. Defining our decision according to our what? Redemption. Somebody who is not redeemed cannot define their decision according to their redemption. The person, you will still go to church, do everything, and when they ask you to do this, you will say okay, because you can't define your decision by your redemption, because you are not yet redeemed. If you are not redeemed, your decisions are controlled by the lust, by your dark nature, the carnal nature within you. That is the way it is controlled when you are not redeemed. But when you are redeemed, you define your decisions by your redemption. Are you understanding me? Sometimes it even happen in church. You see Christians in their chatting, very dirty chats. You tell the brother, hey, or sister, oh, no, I'm sorry, I can't converse this way. Why? I am born again. And you call it off. Is somebody hearing me? I can't converse this way. I am born again. You cannot be calling me my dear. I'm not your wife. You cannot be calling me my love or my potato. You know, we're not married. I'm not your wife. No. We are brethren. Hey, no. I'm a Christian. I can't converse that way. I can't use those words. I can't use those dictions. Are you understanding me? The hour has come to start defining your decision by your redemption. And say if you are not saved, then you talk like the world. If you are saved, there is a way to converse. The Bible spoke about we conversing because we are seated in the heavenly places. You cannot converse earthly when you are seated in the heavenly. You cannot convert carnal in carnal terms. You cannot converse in carnal terms when you are seated with Jesus Christ, the one who died on the cross. From today, you have to make a decision. I have learned this morning that this is a season where God is making righteousness beautiful. Therefore, I must begin to make my decisions based on my redemption. My redemption must guide my decisions. Is somebody hearing me? There are people I cannot walk with. There are places I cannot go. I'm going to change my network of friends. Anyone who is not born again must stay far away from me. We may be living, being in the same church. We may be sitting on the same bench. But if the conversation is not godly, I cut off. Because not everybody wants to go to heaven. But me, I want to go to heaven. I won't want anybody to delay me or cut my path. Is somebody hearing me? The hour has come for you to understand that God is beautifying righteousness again. Unto you that fear my name shall the Son of righteousness arise with healing in his wings. The finest hour of righteousness. That's where we are right now. What is righteousness? Write this down. I'm giving just one definition. Is a quality of being morally right and justifiable.